All right, here we go again. There's another new episode of Track Sport Garage with Vic and Steve. I'm Steve Granke.
And I'm Vic Simone. Steve,
Okay.
let's talk about that spark plug question.
I knew you were going to bring it in. Okay, let's go.
Anyways, we had a lot of answers. Unfortunately, no one got it right yet. So, the question was, what's the main purpose of a spark plug in the combustion chamber?
Right.
Okay. Now, this is something that we all do when we're checking spark plugs. The answer's in the question. What do you do before you install a spark plug? That's the answer. Now, somebody's going to come up with the real answer after they hear this. So, we got a new email.
You don't want me to answer it then?
Don't you answer it. You already know the answer because I told you.
Okay.
And by the way, Chat GTP or whatever the heck it's called, or GPT, you know, that online wizard that you can ask questions to?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It can't answer it right either.
No.
I already asked it the question 4 times, and it asked me to tell it what the answer was. Go figure that one out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, anyways, the new email address is tracksportgaragepodcast@gmail.com. So, check it out and see how that works out for everybody. If you can figure out the answer, try. It's going to be a good one because I will tell it on the next episode the answer, and you're going to just kind of shake your head and go, why?
Yeah.
So what are we going to talk about today, man?
I want to talk about racing, man. How we both started into it, and you're going to start us off back in 95.
Well, okay, so it all starts when I was born. I'm just kidding.
For Christ's sakes.
Okay, so how it all started, we got into it, I guess, at the dealership level. We had a great general manager who was into performance.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was fantastic. We built a 1995 Stillen Maxima, SMX they called it. So it had mag wheels, big brakes, steel brake lines, high flow intake, exhaust system, really cool.
Yeah, the whole thing, yeah.
The Toronto Star newspaper took it and did a special on it. That was pretty cool. Then we got into building the first, probably the last SMZ. So 1996 300ZX twin turbo. I remember this one is beautiful green color, came off the trailer right into my bay.
Yeah.
Right? And from there, we did a complete Stillen Stage 3 package. Right?
Yeah.
And it was the most beautiful Z ever. I think the owner of that car now is a second or third owner, I'm not sure, but they live in Quebec. And the guy loves that car. And then somehow we connected.
What, the twin turbo?
The twin turbo. Oh yeah, that
the green
beautiful
one.
car. Yeah, the green one.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was the last one, like I say, but the owner of that car saw me at a meet and said, "Hey, aren't you Victor? Come here, I want to show you something." And he had the car. Right. I couldn't believe it. This guy had a collection of Zeds. Very cool, man. So, and then that was that. And then we also did a 200SX SER, a 1998 200SX SER, where we put a big turbocharger kit on it, and we'd go to the track and go lapping and everything else like that.
That thing freaking flew.
Barney.
I can't believe that how fast that thing would go.
It's still out there today, Steve.
Yeah.
I set it all up for some lapping 2 years ago, and man, that thing still goes the way it goes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And now we, I guess in the year 1999 to 2000, we had a phone call from head office about building a race car, but it was for us to just take out the windshield and the dashboard. And it was a 2000 Nissan Maxima manual transmission, right?
Yeah.
So they said, you'll meet the race team at the dealership when they drop off the car. So they dropped off the car. We started talking to them all. And we said we'd pull out the windshield, pull out the dash, because they were going to get the car built at a race shop. So they told the car after we did all the work, like pulling out the dash and what have we, they took it to the race shop. And they left it there for a couple of weeks.
And nothing was done.
Apparently, because guess what happened? We wound up getting back to the dealership, and we wound up stripping some of the car there. Then they towed it to their race shop in Burlington, where I would drive back and forth to help them at nighttime and on the weekends to strip the car down, because they had to get a roll cage put in it. They had to basically build a car themselves.
Yeah.
So this thing had Skyline brake system on there, custom-made steel brake lines. The rear end was removed, and the rear axle on those, remember they were solid?
Yeah,
you couldn't
solid
unbolt
beam,
them. So they cut them and then angled them properly for toe and camber and welded them back on. Right? That was pretty cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, these guys were amazing, yeah. The engine mounts, they had redesigned. They also had the engine done in the States, in
Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia,
Yeah.
right, by a NASCAR team, which is pretty cool. And I remember they sent us there to check out the car, the engine, to get it dyno tested and everything after it was done. And I still remember the headers. They had custom headers. They had everything done on this thing. So that was pretty cool. Then it wasn't quite finished, so we had to get back to the shop, and this was like a month before the car had to be ready for the Honda Indy, or I can't remember what it was called then. It was called just a Toronto Indy, if I'm not mistaken, or Molson Indy, right? In downtown Toronto. So they went and picked up the engine in Atlanta. It was a Sunday. They were on their way back. They called me. I opened up the dealership. They backed the vehicle in, dropped the engine off. I assembled it all, put it in the car. You were helping too. We were all pitched in to help this thing out with the suspension and everything. And then the Quebec team came over, the rest of the team, to finish off the interior.
That we didn't want to do.
I just didn't want to do the interior because it was all like just small stuff, and it was we were doing all the big stuff. The tedious stuff I just didn't want to do. And then finally we got the car ready for move-in on I think it was a Thursday. We had to be at the Indy, right? So we got the car together at 12 o'clock on Thursday. They took it down the street and back, loaded it on the trailer, and then here we are driving to the Indy to unload this car. And they were filming a movie, what was it? Driven. With Sylvester Stallone.
Yes, I remember.
I remember you yelling at Sylvester Stallone as we're going in, "You're a bum rock." Yeah. Remember that?
You're a bum rock. A bum.
That's right. And I could have sworn he said, "Hey, Mick, what are you doing here?" You know what I mean?
That's right.
But no, that was pretty cool.
Mick.
Yeah, we had a good time. We raced there at the Indy. Unfortunately, we learned a lot, though, because we didn't even get a chance to practice the car. We were still not finished it. So we had to just basically put it in qualifying.
Yeah, we didn't have no practice. Yeah.
We learned a lot on qualifying. The speed cut out at 200 kilometers an hour, so I disconnected that. The ABS was activating on turn, so I disconnected that. Man, and then during the race, when the first 40 minutes of that race, I think the gas pedal melted because the heat off the headers was coming right through the firewall.
Yeah.
And I think halfway through, I guess 3/4 of the way through the race, the car stopped. And it's all because an axle, the right side axle just exploded.
Yeah.
And we found out why afterwards, and I wasn't very happy about it, but we're not going to go into that.
I'd like to go into it, but we won't.
Well, you want to know? When something's new, don't take it apart and get it rebuilt. Just leave it new. That's all I can say.
Yes.
Okay, don't mess with something that works.
That's right. Okay,
right?
We'll leave it at that then.
Yeah, and then eventually from there, we had, I got involved with Hyundai Canada, with their Hyundai Tiburon that they were racing. This team went back to Hyundai and got involved with some TV show called Sports Car Revolution, which was part of that deal. Right. So I was the Hyundai technician, imagine that.
Yeah, I know.
We're building a Kia race car and stuff. And anyways, there's a lot of stuff that happened, like the Nissan Sentra series in 2001 to 2004, I think it was, ran a few years. Yeah. Great series, and you remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic too. And then, of course, I had left in 2004, opened up my own shop. And because of some experience with the racing, we had a Mini come in a box. Okay, this thing was a body in white. So this crate shows up for delivery. We roll it into the bay, open up the crate, and it's just the body of a Mini. And we built a complete race car out of a body. And that car is still out there today racing. It's winning championships still to this day because it was brought to us by Team Octane Motorsports. Good people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, we had Kia Canada drop off 2 vehicles for, what is it, the race in Newfoundland there. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, anyways, they have the cross-country race in Newfoundland.
I wasn't involved in any of that.
No, so I had all that to do. Targa, Newfoundland. So I built 2 cars for Kia there. They went. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right? And then we just started getting to racing ourselves. Next thing you know, we're racing, 200SX, G35s.
I remember you'd race in the G35.
Yeah. But the 200SX was my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a 1995 200SX SER with 140 horsepower. Put a set of cams in it, had 300,000 kilometers on that engine, and it lasted basically its whole life. Except for one race where it blew up on the back street at Mosport, but that's about it. Yeah. Just put another one with 300,000 K and threw it in. The car was unbelievable. Now,
And that was normally aspirated?
That was naturally aspirated.
Yeah.
Like, it was fast. Like, we had the Moton suspension on that. It was amazing, you know. But what else, Steve? What else you got?
No, I just wanted you to hear about all the like the racing back in '95 and how we got together, and then back in 2023 we got involved with Eric Coons.
Yep.
And his family, and they had the Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Was it 2017?
2018,
2018?
SI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. The car was built in
And,
Palestine here, but it was
and-
shipped to the States.
Eric just came out of kart racing
Yes.
and started in there, and right away we knew this kid had talent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so his first year in the Honda, he got vice champion, which is second in points.
Yeah.
And then the next year, 2024, he became a TCA championship for the SCCC. So he did really up. But now, 2025, he's moved up, and now he's with TC America with Rika Autosports.
Yeah. The SRO TC America. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. And
Yeah.
he's racing today, actually, as we talk. They should be going on soon.
5:15, the first race.
Yeah. So that's going to be
And
cool.
He's qualified fifth,
Yeah,
which is
fifth.
not bad. But there's like 4 Hyundai Elantras in the top 5
I know.
of the qualifying.
That's right.
That's great.
That's a great race team
That's
there.
a good team, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're doing a good job. I'm very happy for them. And that team, they seem to be supportive of all their drivers, which is awesome. Yeah.
And Eric's learning, gaining more and more experience. And, both me and you are very proud of Eric. He's such a good kid.
He is. He's
And
a
his
great
parents
kid.
are the best people you ever want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Very supportive family.
Yeah.
They're friends. You know what? When it comes to a team, a race team, it takes support from everybody to make everything happen. And
Exactly.
he's got that.
Yeah.
He's got that from everywhere. There's no
Yeah.
question about it. Plus, he's a Sick Kids ambassador, too.
Yes.
So, remember that when we went with the Honda there to Sick Kids Hospital?
Yeah.
And
That
he
was
did
amazing.
a big thing. It was amazing. It actually brought tears to my eye.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean?
He
It was
like
amazing.
he was a rock star at that place.
Yeah,
The
they're,
kids just looked at him and eyes were just bulging out of their heads.
Yeah. It was that was a great feeling just to be there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then from there he went to the Honda Indy and kicked some butt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And now he's racing Hyundai, which is incredible.
Yeah,
Just like I
in the
said.
States there, and racing at? Was he racing to?
They're in California right now, Sonoma.
Sonoma. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right,
and
Sonoma.
yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's if you guys can see it online, it's amazing racing. Let's try and follow it later on if you can. It's SRO TC America. So TC
Yeah.
America SRO.
And he's racing at 5:15, I think.
Yeah, tonight. Well, I don't think they'll hear it tonight, but you never know.
Yeah.
He's on tomorrow. If you get it on time, they're racing 2 days, so they got one
Yeah.
today and one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Remember,
he's not
it's,
racing Sunday.
no, it's 4 hours behind, right? So lots of time to catch up on it.
4?
I think they're 3 to 4 hours behind us,
Like
aren't they?
3, I thought it
Oh,
was
3? Well, maybe, Steve. I'm living in a different time zone, okay, buddy?
Okay, whatever. Settle down.
So, well, what else? Is there anything that happened this week that you want to talk about car-wise?
I did want to get into it to some of the customers that come in and they try to pull fast ones on you.
As in, like, ever since you worked on my car?
Yeah, that one of those ones. Yeah.
Okay, so ever since you worked on my car, this happened. Okay,
Yeah.
let's hear one. I got a few. Okay, let's do this.
Okay. All right. This one's not like an ever since, but this lady came in with her. I think it was a Qashqai, 2018 Qashqai, and came in just for an oil change. So we did the oil change, washed her car for her, and then she came up to pay the bill, and she came back in and said, "Someone took my car for a joyride for 30 kilometers." So they automatically called me up to the front, and I'm talking to this lady, and I said, "You say that we took your car for a joyride?" And she goes, "Yes, for over 30 kilometers." And I go, "Well," I said, you've only been here for 40 minutes, and we did the oil change and washed your car, and then we also that seems really strange how we would drive at 30 kilometers and did an oil change and washed your car in 40 minutes. That seems impossible to me, but how do you know we did this? And she goes, well, I took a picture with my phone. And it's all, okay, can I see it? So she showed me the picture, yeah. So she took a picture of the odometer, like the whole cluster. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, holy cow, it's 30 kilometers difference from, what we had. And, on our thing. So I'm going, well, that's weird. But then I'm looking at it and I'm going, on the cluster where it says park, reverse, drive, and all that stuff. Well, it was in drive. So I'm going, why are you in drive? Like, where are you parked here? She goes, oh, right at the front of the dealership. And I said, but you drove the car into the drive-through, the service drive-through. She goes, yes. But you parked your car in drive and took a picture in front of the dealership? She goes, yes. And I was just like shaking my head and said, she's full of shit, right? So
Nice, Stevie.
I didn't say that to her, but I'm thinking that right away. So I know, like, how. So I was going on to her about that it's impossible to drive us 30 kilometers and do the oil change and wash your car and check it in too. Like, check it in, and we do a video about the car and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And before we get in, put the seat covers and the steering wheel cover and shifter cover on, and an oil change and wash your car and drove the car 30 kilometers in 40 minutes. I go, that's impossible. I told her, that's impossible. I don't understand why this is like that. Then she says, well, I can make this all go away. I need some body work. If you guys take care of it, I won't even bother with this. And right away, okay, that's what she wanted.
Yeah.
She was trying to get free body work, so she BS'd us.
I can't believe
it. And I couldn't believe that someone would go to all that trouble.
Well, we've seen it before, though.
Anyways, I said, well, we're not going to do that. I'm sorry.
No.
We're not going to do that. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And then she says, well, I'm going to take it to go my lawyer. I said, you can go right ahead. Call your lawyer.
Wow.
Because we have the time you came in in the computer and the time you left when you paid. And they're going to say it's impossible what you're saying.
Yeah.
And especially when I couldn't understand why she took the picture when she was in drive. Oh, she just says, oh, I just never put it in park yet. I said, so your foot was still on the brake pedal and you were able to go get your phone and take a picture of everyone drive, and then you what? Put it in reverse and then drove it into the service bay. Like, come on!
Oh my God, Steve! It's a conspiracy, I thought.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I got from it.
That's a good one, Steve. Okay. I got one. Oh, I got a couple. All right. Okay. So one of them is, car comes in for a service, do an oil change. They pick up their vehicle. They come back like a few hours later. And the first thing they say is, ever since you guys worked on my car, my radio doesn't work anymore. I'm going, wow. I mean, that could be just a fuse or something, or you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking, what can we do on an oil change to affect the radio, right?
Yeah.
Because you figure the car jockey brings it in, then you get the car and go in, park it back out, gone.
Yeah.
So what happens is the car jockey turned off the radio because it was on. We brought it into the shop. We do the oil change, he picks up the car, and off he goes. Well, I went out with the customer, and he says, look, he starts up his car, the radio's not working. I go, okay, hang on a second, let me just turn it on. So you push the button, the radio comes on, right? He's been driving that car for 4 years. He's never turned the radio off, so he didn't even know how to turn it back on.
Oh, my
Do you understand?
God.
Like, it's a shame, right? Okay, and that happens, and there was another one,
that's
too.
That's not what I was expecting.
No.
I thought it would be something like...
something...
so guys... giving you bullshit.
Yeah, no, it just happens. Then we got another one too. They pick up the car during the daytime, and in the nighttime, the dashboard's not working now. The lights are all out, right? And we go, oh my God! The guy comes back in. Ever since you guys did my oil change, my dash lights are out. So we're trying to think about this and thinking, okay, what's been done to your car? Well, after I picked it up, I brought it to my nephew there, and he cleaned my dash and everything like that. I go, okay. So you know what he did, right? He hit the dimmer switch, turned it down, and this poor guy didn't even know how to turn it back on. Right? Because he's never had to do it, right? And they've owned the car for like 10 years and never had to touch the dimmer switch because there's no reason to touch it.
Right.
Right? So that was another one. And then one of the ones we got was a 20-point inspection. So what do the guys do? Check the tail lights, headlights, brake lights, everything, right? Customer picks up his car. Next morning comes walking in the service department. I need you guys to pay my ticket I got last night or this morning. Go, what do you mean you got a ticket this morning? I got a ticket from the police because I didn't have my lights on, because he's always left the lights on auto.
Yeah.
Well, obviously they were turned off, I guess, when they did the light check.
Right.
So I don't think anything ever happened there. I think he just kind of, realized that it's up to the driver to make sure everything's on.
Well, yeah, you can't see you don't have your headlights on?
Well, the thing is, when the dashboards on these cars now, and that's why you see people running around with their daytime running lights on at nighttime, because they light up like it's nighttime, right? So they think their headlights are on, but they're not. All there is the daytime running lights, and there's no tail lights or anything, right? So it is kind of scary, but no, he got a ticket, and I guess he just paid it.
Yeah, but at the same time, don't you see, like, when you go, what the heck's wrong with my headlights? I can hardly see.
Yeah.
You know? And then you hit the, they're off. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, I've had people accusing us of stealing cell phones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember that one there. There was one. And it was like, man, my guys all have the most expensive cell phones. You know what I mean? They got the best cell phones you can buy. All of a sudden, somebody comes and says, my cell phone's missing. Your guy must have taken my cell phone. I'm going, it can't be. So I look at all the cameras. I got cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm looking at the cameras and going, no, it doesn't oil change. Oh, let me see what happened before this. Anyways, we see the customer unload her car, and she's got her cell phone in her hand, in bags in her hands, and she's walking across the road to the next parking lot. She must have dropped the damn thing.
Yeah.
Right? Anyways, she dropped it, and guess what was happening on the lawn there? The guy was cutting the grass.
Oh.
So it probably just boom, gone.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, and it's a good story, because her husband came in and says, listen, man, I need to see that footage. I said, no problem. So I show him. He goes, damn it, that's the second cell phone she's lost this year. So the stuff happens, right? It's just, it's life.
Well, I had one there with, like, I thought you were going to get into more of the ever since, saying that, ever since you did the oil change, now my brakes are noisy. It's like, okay, we'll never even touch them.
I'm sure that probably happened.
But I mean, anyway, we'll get into, we'll start to do that another day. But I had one there that a customer come in, and the passenger front window, he had a garbage bag on tape with duct tape. And I'm going, okay, because I guess the window doesn't work, right? So, the right side window doesn't go up and down anymore. And I just thought, I wonder if he's got the lock switch on, on the master switch. So, and sure enough, it was. And I went, oh my God. So I pushed it, and the window went up. And the guy goes, oh my God. He goes, don't tell my wife.
That's a good one. I love it. Oh, man, that's great.
Yeah.
But no, man. The stories like that are just unreal. Like, the stupidest things can happen.
Yeah.
And we forget.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it happens.
But I remember years ago, and it was one of my ideas, and then you actually did it at a T-Sand dealership in Mississauga, and that was having a little, like a seminar where people have new cars, and you show them all the things that work in your car and how to work them, power windows and well, nowadays it's all the
all the tech,
Apple CarPlay and all that kind of stuff. But a seminar to show them how things work.
Yeah, we used to do that.
Switches, like all the switches for the ABS or whatever you can turn on, the limited slip.
Traction control, everything, your sport modes, all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember you used to do that, and I wish they never got away from that, because I just get so many people coming in to the dealership that there's nothing wrong with the car, they just don't know how to use it.
Well, because what happens, I think, Steve, when they get delivery of their car, they're so excited with their brand new car, they forget half the stuff that they were shown.
Right.
Now, I don't know how deliveries are done now, but I remember when we picked up a car from BMW in 2017. We picked up a Mini at a BMW store. Anyways, they send out a guy who's totally tech, not your sales guy, a different person. And they go through everything on that car, right?
That's great.
And it's amazing. They show you what happens when you open the door. They show you what this switch does, what that switch does, what your whole dash setup is, right? How you hook up your phones, everything. They spend about 2 hours, okay, showing you all this. It's part of their deal. I think it's fantastic. Now, does your dealer do that, or is it just the salesman that does
It's
it?
just the salesman that
That's a lot
that
of
does
memory.
it, and if the customer doesn't ask any questions, they probably won't even do it.
Yeah. So this was done basically as a complete teaching seminar.
Right.
So no questions. They just go, boom, you got that? You understand that? Yeah, next.
Right.
Right? It was incredible. Right? And I think if it's done at that level, because I remember they used to do all that stuff. They used to pull into the drive-through and the salesman would spend at least an hour. And then we, of course, did our seminar in the back. We were doing more of the mechanical. How do you change your spare tire and all that? Then we got into the dashboards and connecting the phones and everything else, right?
Yeah.
But we were more of maintenance, right? And it was good. It was a good learning experience for everybody.
Yeah.
Because you learn about your customer too, right?
Yeah, learn about the customer. The customer learns about their car and how, and
Yeah.
what it can do.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all about that. Now, speaking of what cars can do, I think people that buy a performance car should really have a course.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
And a lot of these cars now, they're so powerful. I can't believe how much power is coming out of these cars still.
Yeah.
Right? So I think I think Porsche's got it right by having their, you buy a Porsche, you're going to go to a school there and learn how to drive it. Right? I think there's a lot of that still going on. Nissan used to do it a lot.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen any of it anymore.
No, not anymore.
Because they're selling more SUVs and what have we, right? I don't know how the GTR is selling and stuff like that anymore. I don't even know if they're still selling them, right? That was a good product too.
Yeah.
Right? The Red Sports, they're incredible. The Infiniti Red Sports, oh my gosh. Yeah, we built some of those to take on the GTRs no problem at one time, right? But then again, that's all performance stuff. But back to the regular stuff. All I know is, man, it's how do we get into regular maintenance and stuff like that? Like, what would be a tip for you right now to say to someone about? Okay, I got one. When a light turns yellow and it's basically turning red, and you're still flying, and you got to hammer those brakes on, right? What's going to happen? When you apply those brakes that hard and you're sitting there at that stoplight now, and your foot's slammed on that brake, what's happening there? A little bit overheating.
That's right.
Right? And guess what's going to happen the next brake application? You're going to get a pulsation.
Yeah.
Right? So I tell people, when this happens, as you're coming to that stop, put the car in neutral so it gets rid of the push. Right? With your foot on the brake still. And then when you get to that stop, slowly let off the brake pedal so that the car can roll a little bit, like inches, just to take that load off the brake. Now, that's one of my tech tips that I've always told customers.
Yeah.
Right? Do you have anything like that, or?
Yeah, I was just sort of the same thing. I just can't see, one brake application is going to warp a rotor. I think it's someone who's pretty hard on the brakes to warp rotors. Like they're always one of these people that they fly in and then they hammer on the brakes. They just seem to only do one thing: push the brake, push the gas. That's it. There's no letting off.
Yeah, there's no
or
gliding.
coasting or anything like that. It's just like slam on the brakes and slam on the gas.
I have noticed that lately in my travels lately, man. I don't understand it. Everybody's on the gas brake. There's no more cruising speed.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
Like I've so many times you're rolling up to the set of lights, it's red, and there's one on and this guy's flying by. You go, where the frick is this guy going? Right? And all of a sudden you just see the freaking the front end dives down and go, why is he driving like that?
The car just nosedives.
Yeah, because his hammers on the brakes and one.
And that's the guy who comes in and says, I don't know why I'm wearing out my brakes so
Yeah,
fast.
I don't know why. Yeah, I've been driving for 40 years and brakes never wear out for me ever. Like,
Well, that's
okay, buddy.
That's another thing, right? Ever since they came out with the dual rear brake proportionating system, right?
Yeah.
For the back brake, everything with disc brakes on the back. You're wearing out 2 rear brakes to 1 set of front.
Yeah.
Right? And I've seen cars come in with less than 20,000 K with
the
rear brakes worn out.
Yeah.
Right? And that's all the city drivers, right? What are you going to do? It's just the way they set up the car.
Yeah.
You can put factory pads back on it. It's going to do the same thing. Right? Like people say, oh, it must be the defective parts. Not really. It's the way they set it up. Unfortunately, if you notice when you brake now, the car doesn't nosedive like it used to. It's a nice smooth brake.
Yeah.
Right? So they're applying these little wee brake pads at the back first before the front come on. I go, man, they could do a little better than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you mean beef up the brakes
Just a little bit. Yeah, like something. I know they probably got different material compounds, everything else, but they could be a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's
a freaking 10 millimeter thickness rotor in the back.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else unless you want to talk about racing again.
think that's a show.
Yeah? You happy?
Yeah, I'm happy with this show.
All right.
Okay.
Time for a beer, everybody.
Time for a beer, everybody. See you next week.
Ciao.
Ciao.